Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about one of the most iconic high school movies ever, Mean Girls. And no, today I'm not explaining the whole movie because honestly, that would take forever. Instead, we're going to talk about the characters, my favorite character, and of course the most iconic lines that literally made this movie legendary. And yes, we are doing this with a little Regina level sass because if we're talking about Mean Girls, we have to match the energy. So first, let's talk about the characters, because this movie has some of the most memorable high school characters ever. First, we have Cady Heron. Cady is basically the new girl. She grew up being homeschooled her entire life, so when she enters high school, she has absolutely no idea how the social system works. She starts off really innocent and nice, but when she gets involved with the popular group, she slowly starts changing. She becomes more focused on popularity and fitting in, which causes a lot of drama. Next, we have Janice Ian. Janice is artistic, sarcastic, and honestly one of the most real characters in the movie. She doesn't care about popularity or fitting in with the cool kids. She just says exactly what she thinks. She's the kind of person who watches all the drama from the side and comments on it like it's a reality show. Then we have Damian Lee. Damian is dramatic, hilarious, and honestly one of the funniest characters in the movie. He's the type of friend who reacts to everything in the most exaggerated way possible, which makes so many scenes funnier. Now let's talk about the group that basically controls the entire school, the Plastics. The Plastics are the most popular girls in school, and sitting with them at lunch is basically like getting a VIP pass to the coolest table. The first member is Karen Smith. Karen is sweet, funny, and a little clueless. She says some of the most random things in the movie, and that's exactly why people love her. Then we have Gretchen Wieners. Gretchen is the gossip queen. She knows literally everything about everyone. Secrets, rumors, drama. Gretchen has all the information. But at the same time, she's always trying really hard to stay on the leader's good side. And finally, we have the queen herself, Regina George. Regina George is basically the definition of a queen bee. She's confident, stylish, powerful, and honestly, a little terrifying. She controls the social hierarchy of the school, and people either admire her or are completely scared of her. Now let's talk about my favorite character. My favorite character is definitely Regina George. Not because she's always nice, because she definitely is not, but because she's unforgettable. She's confident, bold, and she owns every scene she's in. She walks into a room and immediately becomes the center of attention. She also has that iconic attitude where she says exactly what she thinks with zero hesitation. Like, the level of confidence she has is honestly legendary. Now we absolutely cannot talk about Mean Girls without mentioning the iconic lines, because this movie is basically a goldmine of famous quotes. One of the most famous lines is,
"On Wednesdays we wear pink."
This line became so popular that people still reference it today. It shows how strict the Plastics are about their rules, even when it comes to fashion. Another legendary line is,
"You can't sit with us!"
which is basically the Plastics' way of saying someone is not cool enough to join their table. It's dramatic, savage, and honestly a little funny.
Oh my God, Karen.
Then we have the iconic moment when Regina says,
"Get in, loser, we're going shopping."
which is honestly the most Regina energy sentence ever. And of course, we can't forget Gretchen trying to make the word fetch happen, and Regina immediately shutting it down.
I'm gonna do. That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
That line alone is probably one of the most quoted movie lines ever. So overall, the characters in Mean Girls are what make the movie so unforgettable. Each character has a unique personality, and the mix of drama, humor, and sass makes the story really entertaining. And honestly, the reason people still talk about this movie today is because the characters and their lines are just that iconic. Because let's be honest, no matter what school you go to, there's always at least a little bit of Mean Girls energy somewhere. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and remember, if someone starts gossiping too much, they might just end up in the burn book. Bye guys!